Guys, UFC 308 just wrapped, and Ilia Topuria is still the featherweight world champion, knocking out Max Holloway in round 3 of what was a fantastic fight. Guys, this kid tells you time and time again that he's different, that he's special. We all wonder whether or not he's telling the truth, or does he believe it? I remember sitting with Ilia Topuria in Anaheim when he was telling me he was going to knock out Alexander Volkanovski. And I said to him, it is much more difficult to do this than you think, Ilia. He's a world champion. He's amazing. He's good. I had so many adjectives to describe Volk, and he said, brother, I understand, but I'm going to get it done. He went out there and he got it done. He was even more bullish in the idea that he was going to do it to Max Holloway tonight. He said he would be the first to finish a guy that has shown he has a granite chin, to show that he could beat a guy that is a tremendous boxer in his own right, and Ilia did it. The fight starts, Topuria starts the first round almost chasing a knockout, but then Holloway was presenting a different look than he might have expected, so that Topuria goes to a takedown. Once Topuria gets the takedown, Max works his way back to his feet, and then we have a very competitive first round between these two. I mean, I was watching going, this is exactly what we thought we were going to see, and those guys gave it to us. But you could see that Ilia was very close with right hands. He was very close with left hooks. But he was pursuing Max Holloway. Landed some real good shots early. But Max, as he always does, was able to take them. But Topuria was not deterred. Holloway kind of starts to find his rhythm late in the round. In round 1 and in round 2, he started to find his rhythm a little bit. But Topuria stayed the course. Kept on pursuing Max. Kept on pursuing Max. Seemed to be very fresh. He just seemed to be ready to go and try to find his knockout, no matter what he had to do in order to get there. Hell, he said in the first 10 seconds he would point to the ground and say, let's fight. He did that. You know, I don't know if we have ever seen a guy at 145 that punches like this dude. He hits like no one I've ever seen before. Conor McGregor had great power at 145, but Conor McGregor, I don't think, had the skills that Ilia Topuria has in terms of his pure boxing without going and fighting a pure boxing match. I was talking to some of the people in the back, and they told me he's like Triple G. And I agree. Remember, Triple G used to just starch dudes early in his career. Topuria is like that. Topuria is that guy. He has that power to knock you out and do it in just absolutely devastating fashion. You try to find words to describe him, but it's proving very, very difficult, because I never thought that anybody would be able to knock out Max Holloway. He did it tonight in the 3rd round, and he did it in impressive fashion. You know, the Fight of the Year conversation felt like it was over. Like, Alex Pereira was the guy that was the Fighter of the Year, no questions asked. That's not the case. I think that these 2 wins singularly are as good as any 2 wins anybody can have. No disrespect to Jamal Hill, Yuri Prochazka, and Khalil Roundtree. He just beat the 2 best fighters of the generation prior, but they're still in this generation because they're both very, very young. He just beat 2 of the greatest featherweights of all time. There's only 3. He beat 2 of them in a calendar year. Ilia Topuria is the Fighter of the Year. He is the Fighter of the Year. And in my opinion, there is no questions to be asked. That result makes it true. Paul Felder told me it would be like Alex fighting John and I in our prime and knocking us both out in the same calendar year. And if I'm being completely honest, I don't know that he could have done that. Ilia just did it. Beat those guys in their prime. It was very, very impressive. Hats off to the champ. He's so gracious. He's so gracious. He gives hats off to Max. Said he hopes to be just a fraction of what Max was to him in the generation before. He gives Volkanovski a rematch because if anybody deserves it, he does. It was amazing to watch, man. This kid is going to be good for a really long time because he can do it all. He came here in 2020 as a grappler, and he is just knocking people out left and right, and every time he gets better. Last thing before I move on, Teddy Atlas saw this kid 3 years ago, got on the phone and called everybody at ESPN and said, "Who is that?" He said, "Who is that?" He said, "That kid is going to be the world champion. That kid is the best boxer I have seen in the UFC in a really long time. Who is that?" Nobody's asking who Ilia Topuria is anymore. The guy's the real deal, and he's a star. In the co-main event, Khamzat Chimaev earned himself a title shot, or at least he should have. He submitted Whittaker in the first round. Went across the octagon, double-legged him, took him down, choked him, and broke his jaw. With a squeeze from a rear naked choke. It was nuts to see him do that to a guy that once again was the generation before him, was one of the guys. Whittaker for a long time has been one of the guys. He wasn't the champion. He was ranked number 1 or number 2. Chimaev's ranked 12 right now. He went and beat him in the first round. And if you're Sean Strickland, that result worries you. Why? Because Mick Maynard's sitting right next to me, jumps up, runs to Dana. They start talking with Hunter. Then Dana immediately runs over to follow Chimaev and talk to him. That's scary to a guy that is considered the number 1 contender, because that tells you that things are happening. And if you're not fighting and solidifying yourself, it's a bit scary. And tonight, Khamzat Chimaev, to me, feels like he solidified himself as the number 1 contender at 185 pounds. His wrestling, his top control, his mentality, his approach is not like many things that we have seen. You know, the sport of mixed martial arts always continues to grow and evolve, and there's always people going, well, what's next when Conor McGregor goes? Well, Max Holloway was ready to hold that belt, right? Well, Alexander Volkanovski was ready. Now Ilia Topuria is ready. You know, Khamzat Chimaev seems like he's ready to carry this division in to the next generation. But Drake du Plessis is not going to roll over for him. But if they book these guys today, I believe that Khamzat Chimaev will be the favorite. He will be the favorite on most scorecards if they put him and Drake du Plessis matched up right now. That is how good he's looked in every fight. He learned in the Kamaru Usman fight. Kamaru Usman elevated him. And Kamaru Usman texted me right after the first round and goes, that guy is hell on wheels in the first round. And if you cannot survive that, you are in trouble. As the boy Miles is behind me right now. He screwed me in fantasy soccer this week. This guy sucks. But Khamzat Chimaev should be fighting for the belt next. He really should. I don't know what the UFC is going to do. But if they say, hey, you're next, I don't know that Sean Strickland has much in terms of reasons how he can complain to the organization about how they're wrong because of what he did tonight to a future Hall of Famer in Whittaker. Magomed Ankalaev deserves a title fight. Please, guys, give this man a title fight. And after watching him tonight against Alexander Rakic, I truly believe he will go out there and stand with Alex Pereira. He'll go out there and stand with Pereira, which would then make for a really good fight because he is a phenomenal striker in his own regard. This guy is as good as any we have seen at 205. I don't know that he can just stand and trade with Pereira, but it seems as though he would be more than willing to do just that. He did good tonight. It was a good fight. He said he was very surprised at Rakic's approach because he didn't let him fight the way he wanted to fight. But I thought Alexander Rakic fought a pretty good fight. Shara Bullet, Magomedov did a double spinning back fist. I have never seen a double spinning back fist in my life. But this kid has now proven time and time again that he will do things that we have not seen before. It's who he is, it's how he fights, and it's what makes him truly special. Ibo Aslan had another knockout. Lerone Murphy got the job done against Dan Ige, biggest win of his career. Jeff Neal beat Rafael Dos Anjos. Doesn't matter, he got hurt, which sucks to see, but Jeff Neal was going to win that fight. It was crazy. Mateusz Rebecki and Orbal had the craziest fight of all time. If you did not watch that, please go back and watch it. It was nuts to sit in here and watch the amount of blood and the effort that these two put into this fight. Guys, congratulations to Abus Magomedov, Kennedy Nzechukwu, Farouk Basharat, Ismail Nordiev, and Rinat Fakhretdinov, who did not win that fight. Rinat Fakhretdinov, I don't care. if he goes on any press conference and complains about our commentary, that dude lost. But still, congratulations. You got a victory, even though I think it was one of the worst decisions I've seen in a really long time. Guys, before I go, I want to talk a little bit about Max Holloway. Max Holloway's the best. He really is. And Max Holloway deserves whatever he wants next. Obviously, you guys know he's one of my best friends. He's a tremendous human being and a tremendous fighter. And he went out there tonight and he put it out on the line and he fought a very, very good fight. He got caught and he got hit in a way that I've never seen him get hit before. But he should never hang his head, because there are not many people that have stepped foot in an octagon that has given us the memories that Max Holloway has given us. So when people start to talk about what's next, let's not rush to try to send him out the door, because he's 32 years old and he has so much more to give. Don't forget that only 6 months ago, he gave you one of the greatest knockouts of all time. And just in that, it tells me that if he wants, he can compete at 155 pounds. Conor McGregor needs a fight. Put him in there with Max Holloway. I would love to watch it. I want for my friend to get the biggest boatload of money that he could ever get. But hold your head, my brother. We all love you. We're proud of you. And you did tremendous. And I know that you have many more memories to give the sport of mixed martial arts. So keep your head up. We all love you, buddy. Guys, the night belonged to Ilia Topuria, though. He's the best. He's the world champion. He carries himself as such. Big smile on his face, enjoying every moment of being the man. And he's really good. I'm so excited to see what happens next. Jon doesn't believe he goes to Australia, and honestly, I don't know why he would. Why would you go to Australia to fight Alexander Volkanovski when you're the man? I'd love to go watch him fight at the Santiago Bernabeu in Madrid. That would be a dream for your boy. Guys, I mean, I have the best job in the world. This is just amazing. So, I'm heading back to the United States. But what a time it was in Abu Dhabi, as it always is. Until next time, tell your friends about DC's YouTube channel. Thank you all for the support on the check-ins. A massive week in terms of numbers. And thanks for always tapping into my stuff. I love each and every one of you. Until next time, peace.
My English, I need help, brother.
You need help?
For sure. We're talking in
Let me
Spanish.
give you a little bit, slow.
Let's go.
Coach, your boy did it again. I mean, what can this kid not do?
I don't know. I don't know. Dance, maybe?
Yeah, dance. He's amazing, though. He said he would knock out Max Holloway, and not many believe that he could. What gives him that level of confidence in himself?
I think the hard work. You know what I mean. The hard work. Dedication. Belief. Self-belief. Yeah.
Coach, are you guys, Australia to defend the belt? Are you guys going to Australia?
Why not? Like Ilia said, Alexander Volkanovski is a great guy. He was a great champion, so why not? I think he deserved the rematch.
Coach, it's been amazing to watch. Ilia graciously said that the fighter of the year is going to Alex Pereira. Why would he not, when he may have had the two biggest single wins in a year in UFC history?
Well, I don't know. Truly, we never... Thank you, my congratulations, bro.
This dude right here is savage. What's up, Khamzat? Your boy's the fighter of the year, Coach. Congratulations on another victory.
Thank you.
Tremendous.
Thank you.